The meaning of life. What is it? This is a question that we all ask ourselves at least at some point in our lives. And maybe we can learn something about the meaning of life from what we know about meaning in language. When we study meaning in language, we study the relation between form and meaning. So now, let's treat life as the form. What is its meaning, and how is life associated with this meaning, whatever it is? First, we look at truth, which plays an important role in the analysis of meaning in language, as the meaning of a sentence is considered to be its truth value. Now, we don't have to know if a sentence is true or false to know its meaning. All we have to know is its truth conditions. We have to know what the world would have to look like for the sentence to be true. We use our logical mind for that. Does this apply to life? Does life have truth conditions? What would it mean to know the truth conditions of one's life? Arguably, we use our intuitive mind, the one in the gut, to know the truth conditions for our lives. Yes, the gut has been argued to be our second brain, and it alarms us when something is off. And maybe that means it alarms of us if we are not living our truth. So, lesson number one, learn to listen to your gut and trust it. It usually knows your truth. Next, we look at another important aspect of meaning in language, compositionality. In language, the meaning of a sentence is composed. It is determined by the meanings of its constituent expressions and the rules used to combine them. What might this mean for the meaning of life? We could consider life to be like the sentence, the complex expression. But what would be the constituent expressions and the rules that combine them? Suppose the constituent expressions are our experiences in life, those that happen to us and those that we make happen. Experiences is what makes up our lives. But are there rules that combine these experiences? Is there a logic behind the way our experiences are strung together? Or is it random? Your answer might depend on your belief system, your life philosophy. One possible answer is that those rules are made by our very own spirit. Whatever it is that drives us is what appears to connect our experiences, or maybe even what causes them. You might even think that it's your spirit that causes you to live, that it is what is responsible for the story of your life. So that's our second lesson. Find your spirit and let it compose your life. It might not always appear logical, but in language too, meaning is not always based on logic. So let's explore this logic of composition a bit more. In language, the relation between form and meaning is mediated by something like grammar or context. What about life? Is its meaning mediated? Well, for life to have any meaning at all, it has to be lived. So maybe the relation between life and its meaning is mediated by living it every day. Now, living your life means that there will be change. And so maybe change really is the meaning of life. It is, in fact, the only thing that is constant in life. The ancient Greek philosophers already thought so. So, this brings us to lesson number three. The meaning of life is mediated by living it, and so you have to embrace change. Next, we turn to the world we live in and the role it plays in assigning meaning to our lives. In language, meaning is not always encoded in the form alone, but it can be enriched with contextual information, like deictic meaning, or the common ground, the information we share with others, and even the interaction with others. So, what about life? Does it also get enriched with context, with the experiences we share with others, and the interactions we have with others? Well, imagine your life in isolation. No context, no people, no shared experiences. Would your life still have meaning? So, for your life to be meaningful, Let the world inspire you to be who you really want to be. But at the same time, don't let the world as it is limit you. And here again, we can learn a lesson from meaning in language. To understand meaning in language, we know that we have to rely on possible worlds. Language allows us to talk about what could be the case if we were not constrained by the logic of our world. Like, we can talk about flying pigs or a peaceful, inclusive world. So, applied to the meaning of life, the lesson is clear. Believe in your dreams. Don't let your world confine you. It might get in the way of fulfilling your dreams.